ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to be covering Metro Last Light Redux on GOG Galaxy 2.0, where you can combine all your games and all your friends in one area. Let's hit this play button and have a fun time. Here we go! So, I really had a crazy day, okay? I had a crazy day. This should look fantastic, by the way. I changed the controls before the stream, and I'm hoping it looks good, because if it doesn't, I'm so sorry. Well, we got a lot of games in store today. Unholy gamers in the house. How you doing, brother from another mother? What you been up to? And, we have a lot of work to do today. So, I figured out how to combine my consoles over here to my TV over there with one switch. Well, two switches. So, the next thing I might need to upgrade is, what's Spartan? Faster pace, more action, gameplay, ammo, filters are more plentiful. Nah, I like that. Normal's fine. But, super excited. Tofu's in the house. That I configured it. Now, instead of just going to this one monitor and disconnecting everything and bringing it all over to that TV to relax at night, now I just push one button and it switches it.
From the gardens
so
direction.
Cool!
The Dark Ones. Huge, towering a full head over the highest man. Nightmarish creatures. Creepy as a man turned inside out. Monsters born to destroy us. The word was they were incredibly strong and unnaturally evil. That with bare paws they could tear armed men apart. That's all lies.
Who's played this game before?
Truth is even scarier.
I hope I got the configuration right the first time.
I used to live nearby. Before the war, I mean, up there. I was on the train when it happened. I tried calling my family, but couldn't get through. What the? What happened? Shit! Shit!
Wake up, Artyom. It's me, Khan. Nightmares, eh? No wonder, after all you've been through. Listen, I have incredible news. A couple of days ago, I was near the ruins of the Dark One's hive, and I saw one of them, still alive. I immediately set out to find you, as you were the one they tried to contact, before you launched the missile strike against them.
Khan, how the hell did you get here? Get out, now!
Yes, Ullman, one moment. If a Dark One has survived, it is vital that you try to speak with it, Artyom. I realize that as one of the Order now, you report to Miller. But we must persuade him to allow this mission.
Khan, I told you to get out! This is a classified base. You shouldn't even be here. I'll take you to Colonel Miller. Follow me, Artyom.
Get ready, Artyom. I'll be waiting at the exit.
Move it, you windbag.
Okay.
I knew a smoker once. During the last year of his life, he had to eat, drink, and breathe through a tiny hole in his throat.
We found this place a while ago, but I still can't get used to it. Strange place, this D6. I didn't know they ever built bunkers this large. The story is, construction started in Stalin's time and went on until the USSR broke down. War was inevitable, they said. The people believed in a better future. Our leaders put their money on Armageddon. And did D6 save them? No. They couldn't reach it in time.
Game looks good.
Привет, Artyom. Artyom was one of the men who found D6. They gave him a ranger's badge on the spot. Yeah, that's nice for him. I had to spend 2 years as a cadet before they accepted me into the order. Well, anyway, where were we? I suppose it's nice down here since they got the reactor working. The lights, the heat. But still, it doesn't feel right. Like, it's too damn good, you know? Quit whining. It's a gift from your ancestors. Enough to survive down here for decades. Maybe until the world up there will take us back.
We can keep trimming at the back house.
Come on, you have 5 more sets of 30.
Outside could be the last. Did you hear what happened to Romanov's group?
It's a cool game.
I thought he was in the hospital.
I might need to increase sensitivity though, because it's a little off. There we go.
From the attack on the Great Library.
Hello, Artyom. Welcome to the army. I hear you're a ranger now, huh? We must get a drink sometime to celebrate. For now, let's get you equipped. So, first things first. You're going to need a gas mask. You can't make a step on the surface without a gas mask. It's been 20 years and the radiation's still strong enough in some places to boil water. There are hot spots down here in the metro, too. Don't forget filters for the mask. Sure, it looks cool enough even without these, but they definitely make it better for your health. Now medkits. Well, what can I say? Anything you need for survival in a stylish orange case. Here's your advance salary for this month. Remember, your pay is in military-grade rounds. Sure, you can use them as usual ammo for some hefty extra damage, but saving them to buy guns, attachments, regular ammo and equipment for actions anywhere in the metro seems like a smarter move.
So did you learn Russian or whatever before you left for your mission, or was it something you picked up during? Okay, so before I went on my mission, I lived in Russia. I taught myself Russian by books and by just tapes.
Let's get you some guns.
And then that's how I learned Cyrillic, and I picked up Bulgarian really fast after that. So I taught myself Russian.
Usually carry up to 3 weapons, Artyom, and the choice of those is completely up to you. Ah, good choice. The Kalash is the workhorse of the Ranger arsenal. Make sure you take a close range weapon.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Good for long-range targets, but you don't want to get caught with your face when something creeps up behind you.
So you learned the grammar stuff too? Yeah. I did.
All right, head over to my range and try out those guns. Come back if you want to try a different gun.
Yeah.
Notice the difference? It's going to take more look for sparks. Try a headshot. The critical hit. Notice the difference? Those are the basics. You can keep practicing what you want.
It's super hard to learn. It's actually one of the top 10 hardest languages for an English speaker to learn. So, yeah. What's up, Tyler? So yeah, it was easy for me to pick up, but yeah, it was hard. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, it's lazy. No, it was hard. Smart boy here. So when I lived in Bulgaria, I picked that up really well, and they said I had a little Russian accent to it, which yeah. So it, like his back of a shirt, his shirt says Sparta on it. But to an English speaker, I don't know what it looks like.
What the hell did he do?
Sparta. Sparta.
All right, let's go.
Cyrillic is really a cool language to learn.
The tombs of
In
ancient
Russian
kings were filled with whatever
and
they
all
might
that.
need in the afterlife. Weapons,
Interesting.
gold,
Yeah.
chariots. They'd
But I
sacrifice
spoke
their wives and
fluent
slaves to serve
enough
their
when I
lords,
lived in
even
Bulgaria
if
for
they
2
died.
years.
Reminds me
And
of
I
this
got
game.
mistaken for a Russian many times when I actually lived in Russia. I lived in Ufa, Russia. UFA, Russia.
The things in D6 are like what the conqueror took with
It's
him
by the
beyond
Ural
the
Mountains, and the further
Gold,
away you
silver,
get away
and
from
wine,
Moscow,
sweets, and
the
treasures
less English you
untold.
hear.
Of course, the Tomb Raiders
So
were
I
always
was
down
26 hours away from Moscow on train.
ghosts or their own.
I took a train 26 hours,
Will you shut up? or
slept on the
what?
train of course, and I'm a big dude, but it kind of rocked me to sleep. It was fun.
What happened?
I'm half Russian. Oh, that's cool, Tyler. And while I was in Russia, I had just like some awesome experiences. I did service out there. I taught kids English. Loved the kids. Me and the kids got along great. To play games out there, you had to go to a Zala, a hall to play it.
A red hot poker right into my soul.
So
If I still have it. All right,
I was a gamer
let's
back
go.
then. That was 15 years ago. I was there.
We might control these
2005.
Damn city down here.
Wow.
The bunkers, the nooks and crannies and exits.
My
Still,
last
it
is
makes me wonder
Cipriano.
where to find-
I'm Italian. Oh, cool.
They say cancer is strengthening the sentry points along the whole line, especially the ones
So, yeah, when I was out there, it was a lot of service. I did live with the family,
Take these guys to Miller. They've been summoned.
and they didn't speak
All right,
English.
I'll wait here. When you've
So
gone,
we would teach each other how to say words properly.
The bombing of the Dark Ones may have been humanity's worst mistake. What if they meant us
I
no
did get
harm,
lost
but
in
were
Russia
trying to
once.
communicate?
I accidentally got on the wrong bus and it took me out to the outskirts of where I lived.
Presence. Just
And
meant to
when I was coming home,
machines with different wiring.
I got a taxi, told him where I was.
Common
I'm a mix. I have a lot inside of me. Oh, that's cool. Is your wife Mormon or have a Mormon background too? If so, did she do a mission too? Yes, she did do a mission out to,
the best of the order.
I think,
is most
Alabama.
likely dead as well.
But a woman's mission's like,
If we don't fight for our
a woman's
lives in
mission's
this
like a year and a half. A man's mission's 2 years.
It is the law of evolution.
So kind of weird. But yeah, she would say like Nebraska. I think she went to Nebraska, not Alabama. Nebraska. English speaking, and yeah, our whole families are like heavy Mormon. Actually, like they're both like super heavy. Grew up in it
And you, God,
and all that
you have
stuff.
something to report?
We got married in a
Yes,
Mormon
well,
temple.
let's
I
keep
went
it
on a
short.
2-year
I
mission,
located the
and we were
surviving
in the.
Dark
I was in
One
the church
at
for
the
30,
What? One of those things is still alive.
all my life,
Luckily,
32
yes.
years.
Luckily.
Interesting, yeah.
This is utter madness. The Dark
Yeah,
Ones were the
32
greatest
years
that
or
the
so.
Order's ever faced.
Colonel, just give me a chance. A single Dark One is no threat. Artyom has
And
I
you
believe
know,
we can
when you get
establish
out of
contact with
it,
the
I'm
creature.
not. My records are still in the
Let him come with
church.
me.
All right. Artyom.
Like I'm still like, yeah, I'm a Mormon. My records are still there, but at the same time, like they're not.
Yes, sir.
Why would we need a sniper?
Well, they are. I mean, I haven't removed my name from the church or anything,
Miller, you can't. It's
so they can still come to us and all that stuff.
You idiot! You're making the same mistake that we're done here.
So it's kind of weird.
Artyom, it's your last chance for forgiveness, for getting rid of the nightmares. Yeah.
So does a woman's mission always end up being a local to America, or is it just this time?
Too close to the creature.
Let me guess. Is Corona is in Russia? I don't know, Tyler. Women always end up being local to America. No. Women's missions go all around the world too.
What are you waiting for? Come along, Rabbit.
If it's true that the Dark Ones can sense you, maybe you could draw it out.
So yeah, I went to Bulgaria. She could go anywhere. Yeah. I'm happy to answer anything you want. Just curious. No, ask all the questions you want. I'm happy to answer them. A lot of people don't understand everything when it comes to the church and all that stuff with the LDS church, you know?
Bullshit about making peace with the Dark Ones. I
So-
wish I had been up in that tower myself to see the missiles fall and watch them burn in their nests. Come on, Rabbit. Would you let those things into the metro? Let them crawl into our brains so they could use us like animals. Maybe we could mate with them.
Yeah, we
so
got
the
married in a
children could live on
Mormon
the surface
temple
feed
and
off the
everything
radiation.
like that.
Shit. You don't shake hands with the devil.
Please step away from the edge of the platform. Train coming in.
I don't know how sensitive or not sensitive people be to able. No, I'm not sensitive. You can ask anything you want. I'm not gonna freak out. I mean, I have lots of family and friends in Arizona, California, Utah. Oh, that's cool, Tyler. Where do you live now, Tyler? No, Tofu. Totally ask anything that you've been interested in with Mormons or anything like that.
Missiles rain on the botanical gardens, turning the flesh into ashes.
Arizona?
Smelting metal
Okay.
and glass.
Where in Utah do they live?
In the past, trains were ordinary things. But now, this monorail seems magic, doesn't it? Our kids won't know how to operate these things.
You don't
And their
know?
kids
So is
will
there
probably
different
think
sects
this was
within the
built by
Mormon
gods.
religion? What do you mean?
All right, we've reached the station.
I don't understand that one. What do you mean different
We haven't
sects?
explored these tunnels. Can't spare the time or manpower. So don't wander off.
Do you mean like, are you talking about like, what are they called?
I'll try to put some juice in the system.
Like the people that practice polygamy, is that part of the Mormon religion? Is that what you're asking?
Right. You ready? Let's move.
Pentecostals.
Watch yourself. The doors are closing. Good luck.
Yeah.
Like Christian is an umbrella term, but there's
Didn't
Baptist.
you and my father take the monorail when you went out to fight the Dark One's nest?
Yeah,
That's
they
good
consider him Christian.
Have luck with this mission too.
An umbrella term, but there's a Baptist. Yeah, we're considered Christian.
Power's working.
If that's
Open the
what
gate.
you mean.
I'll cover the passage.
Is that what you mean?
Great. You did fine after all.
That was going to be my next question.
All
Okay,
clear.
so yeah,
Move
if they
out.
practice polygamy or anything like that, that's not part of the Mormon church anymore. They did
Alright,
practice
the
it
map
in the
shows a
beginning of the
collector
church to
entry
grow
point ahead.
numbers. And because they said they were commanded to do so by God.
Move. I'm following.
But it hasn't been a thing for like, I guess, 200 years. So if anybody practices it, it's like the Reformed
Go
Church.
right. There's a dead end on the left.
Or something like that. I forgot what it was called. It was like, I don't know, there's like a Reformed church where they like go by...
Shit.
That clears that up for me a lot, actually. Oh, good, yeah. So yeah, Mormons don't practice polygamy at all.
It's just
Actually, that's just a cutoff from the Mormon Church. That's not. We don't associate with them.
Surface. Put your mask
That
on.
much. Or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, just keep asking the questions. Yeah.
Quit looking at my ass. It's way out of your reach, rabbit. Give me a hand here.
What other questions do you have? Oh, and Mormons, if you want to know, Mormons believe they have the one true church on the earth.
Let's go to the There's a good shooting
I mean, a lot of religions say that. I guess what I was curious about, so there's Orthodox Jews and non-Orthodox Jews.
What? Influence?
I mean, I would be considered an inactive, so I was curious if that was the same way. I don't know the difference between that. No, that's not. So if you're doing polygamy, you're not part of the Mormon Church. You would actually, I think, get excommunicated from the main Mormon Church, and then you would join the Reformed one, or something like that.
Just try to stay in the open so I can cover you. We'll maintain radio contact. And
Yeah,
if you have second thoughts, don't worry. I'll do it.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
then.
like a big deal, and like, if you even question the church, like for example, if somebody is LDS, well, we call them LDS, Latter-day Saints. Mormon is another term. Is it really strict? I've heard it's pretty strict. Yeah. So say, for example, somebody from the Mormon Church heard that I was saying all these things. I would actually get probably excommunicated. Because you're actually, you know, growing up in the church, I wasn't ever really allowed to, like, ask questions. Like, Jehovah's Witnesses are really strict too. Yeah. So you're not really allowed to ask questions. So I would be considered apostate if I question the church or anything like that.
Something's still burning where the nest was.
So yeah. So it is a risk to talk about it, because if I'm excommunicated, there's things that I can't do in the church. Like I can't really attend meetings or speak. I'm a marked man the rest of my life in the church until I get rebaptized. So, I'm such a curious person, that wouldn't work for me. Yeah, so growing up, you know, you had these questions about the early starts of the church. And like, I was never, you're growing up with a sense of guilt.
That hell was bad luck. Get ready for more. Another 3. Let's do it.
So everything is very much guilt-ridden in the church. Like, I'll give you an example. A kind of a real example after this gunfight, because it's kind of loud. Can you still hear me over the gunfire?
Looks like we pretty much cleaned the place. How are you? Hey, you alright? Hey, Artyom. Doing a decent job. Maybe you're
Alright.
a rabbit after all.
So, like, I just realized that you're probably recording this. Are you gonna get in trouble? No. No, gotta go without fear, you know what I mean? I'm not saying anything that's incorrect, or, I'm not saying anything, like, bad. I'm saying truthful things, actually. I mean, I've been in it for 32, 33 years. Like, heavy into it every Sunday for 30-something years. Like, I'm not saying anything that's gonna, like, that is, like, wrong or anything. I've been honest. No, I won't get in trouble. And the only LDS people that come are family members. That's another part of why I never asked about it. I don't want to be disrespectful. No, you're not at all. I'm not going to be offended or anything. Oh, that's what I was talking about. So, here, let's pause it so I don't lose my thing. So one of the things that, like, the Mormon Church does is, like, I grew up with, like, heavy guilt. And, like, tons of guilt. Like, say, for example, as, like, a 13-year-old boy, you don't know what's going on to you, and you masturbate. Well, if you do that, you are harshly scorned for it. You are very much looked down upon. That is like a huge sin. And you can't take the sacrament for weeks. You can't, you aren't worthy anymore. A lot of teenagers, you know, when they're going through that, their sexual upbringing is very much limited and tarnished in the Mormon Church. Like, for example, like, yeah, no, if you do that, you will, like, you have to confess it to a dude straight to his face, just like the Catholics do to, like, a priest, but they have a wall. But you do it straight to a face. Man, you're playing on Ranger. No, Boren! Bourbon, no, I'm playing on, I don't know, normal. I'm enjoying life.
Looks slow, but it's definitely a dark one. What's keeping you? Come on.
So, a lot of kids would kill themselves. You should, this game is the best, and Ranger, oh, okay. Yeah, so, if you are, let's say your sexual preference is a homosexual. That is a huge bad thing to be. Like, you're marked, you're looked down upon. You won't be able to babysit kids in the Mormon Church. And a lot of people kill themselves too. If you're a teenager, you have those feelings, you're more likely to kill yourself because you don't have family support. You don't have friend support that are Mormons also. You're very much looked down upon as, like, dirty. I was gonna ask that too, but I wasn't sure if that was too far. No, ask. Ask whatever you want. Like, you're not being inappropriate, just ask. Here, I've got company over. Alright, buddy. But yeah, if you're homosexual, you pretty much just sealed your fate in the Mormon Church as being like, you can't be both. You can't be in the church, hold the calling or anything, really be involved if you're a homosexual.
Right above you. Watch out. Down.
If you have bad thoughts, you have to confess them. If you look at porn, you have to confess it to a man straight to his face. Stuff like that. So I've heard that they don't allow black people to join. Is that true? No, that's not true. That was actually, it wasn't that black people couldn't join. It was black people couldn't hold the priesthood. Until 19, but I like the idea of confessional. Yeah, it's like therapy. So, black people can join. There's lots of black people. You can't. Back in 1970 or something like that, they had a thing where black people couldn't hold the priesthood. So that's probably what got mixed up with what you heard. Yeah, but now they can hold the priesthood and they are allowed to participate and stuff like that. The reason they couldn't is because back in the day in the scriptures, black people were the marked ones. So yeah, they were the marked ones and the ones that couldn't, that like, were marked. And so they were seen as dirty in the Mormon Church.
And it was able to enter my mind.
So, but now they changed it.
But it was also
that's clarifying a lot to me. Yeah.
And I am sure that
These prisoners were captured at the botanical gardens. Seems like they were looking for something. These two are red. They refuse to speak. The third one looks like a ranger of the order. A mutant the size of a child was caught near him. It was delivered to Reich as well.
I'll deal with it later. This one.
Suspected mutation.
No, I'm normal. See, 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 fingers. Don't you understand? I'm a Hansa citizen.
Shut up!
Not in Hansa.
Well, yeah, keep asking the questions. I had a feeling a lot of it was just rumors that got twisted with things. Yeah. So, yeah, you got twisted. That one got twisted because, like, they were allowed to join the church, but they weren't allowed to hold the priesthood back in the 1970s, 80s.
I told you to stay still.
Well,
let's see. 318 millimeters by...
But yeah, keep asking. This is fun.
302.
let's look it up in the table. Ah, congratulations. You're a mutant.
No, please.
To the garbage chute. A simple question. What was your mission in the gardens?
Go to hell yourself, Nazi.
I'm gonna count to 3. 1.
Glory to the red line.
2.
Long-live Comrade Mothfin.
3.
Please, I'll talk. But away from the other side. They'll kill me if they hear. Okay?
It's crazy to me how similar all the Christian dominations are, yet different, right?
Usually, Reich does not interfere with the
Yeah, they're super. There's a lot of similarities. When we got out and we started being able to ask the questions, we noticed that.
I do not like it. So talk or take a bullet to the brain.
Get the officer! Hey, you! Here. You keep the knife. Keep it.
I mean, masturbation was looked down on in all Christian domination, but some are more severe than others. Mormon's pretty severe. So what happens when you limit that in the psychology of a young man in the church and it's looked down upon, and then you have that urge and you can't do anything, you have to wait for a wet dream to happen. When I was a kid, I wanted to study theology. Yeah, so when they had these urges and stuff, what would happen is they would develop different sexual tendencies. Their sexual growing up. Sorry, I'm back. It's all right. Their sexual growing upness and like thinking would change if they couldn't be normal, or you know, take care of yourself. And so a lot of people would go into like become a sexual predator. So, you know, it's coming out more and more that in the Mormon church there's been a lot of bishops that are alone with kids now, a lot of this and that, like teachers that are alone with children, and things happen. It stems from that like 13-year-old in the Mormon church and they couldn't do anything, and then other things form that isn't the right way to think as a human.
Follow me.
Does that make sense? So like they don't develop properly, a lot of the Mormon kids. If they have any impure thoughts, it's so looked down upon. If they swear, it's looked down upon. It's very strict. And there's a ton of guilt to it. And that guilt leads to other things. It's very, very damaging growing up. To have that heavy guilt on your head as a kid. Like going through teenage years, you already are trying to find yourself, find out what you like and stuff, and you have to grow up as the Mormon kid, super heavy judged by your peers, by adults around you.
Let's see.
So,
let's see.
You know, growing up, it was hard.
Tough luck, didn't even budge, huh? All right. We can't go through here, that we know.
So...
Okay, where do we go now, huh? What if... Hey! Give me a lift, will you?
But yeah, like things have happened to some of my family members with people of authority. It seems like very difficult to grow up like that. Yeah. Oh, I died? I don't even know what I did.
Let's move.
No, it's super hard.
Rumors of a concentration camp here, but to see it with my own eyes.
And, you know, in the church, it's very male-oriented. You know, as you go out, you realize all, like, how, like, the males are, like...
Keep it quiet, or they'll guess everyone.
Are the dominant in the household, and there's actually, like, scriptures, it's called Proclamation to the Family, that, like, the woman has her role, the man has her role. It's not like it would be looked down upon that theft is like making money. So is there a hierarchy structure in the Mormon church too, like other churches? Yeah.
Tough luck, didn't even budge, huh? Right. We can't go through here, that we know. Okay.
So there's like
what?
Yeah, in all different age groups there's different.
Hey, give me a lift, will you?
Different hierarchies and stuff. Like for teenagers, they have their own. Yeah. You always thought that was interesting.
Get up here. Duck. Now listen. Pretend you're a little fucking mouse. Get down. Don't make any sudden moves. Well, let's move. Carefully, huh?
Yeah.
You can do nothing but harm, and we will save innocent lives just by shooting you. No, we're not going to shoot you.
Thank you, officer. Thank you.
Fools say shooting
Move!
good for mutants. They deserve nothing more than hanging. And it's a good show as well.
Yeah, a lot of reasons are weird about women for some reason. Yeah, like the world is, if you think about it. It's not just churches.
Okay, you take the right one, I the left one. I will distract mine, then you take yours down. Where are you? Huh? Did you get lost? Let's do it!
How's this?
Yeah?
You're lucky. I was afraid you'd squeal.
Hey, do you hear me? Look, there's a lever. It releases the ladder.
Don't worry. This gate will belong to them soon enough. I only wish we could see it.
Hurry! You might still escape! Don't waste your time!
If you pull it, the ladder comes down. Hit as many of them as you can. We're done anyway.
Unscrew the light bulb.
What? Shit!
Oh no! So, are there some liberal Mormon sects, or are they all fairly conservative and strict? I don't understand this word sex. What do you mean liberal Mormon? So it's just the Mormon church. It's called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Okay, you take the right one, I the left one. I will distract mine, then you take yours down. Understand?
Please.
Get to
Like
it.
factions?
Don't start too soon, huh?
Like, are you talking about like the Mormon Jew? Like that? If we were like a Mormon Jew? Or Mormon Protestant or something like that? I don't even know. Is that what you're talking about though? No. It's just Mormon. Yeah, no, it's just the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's just Mormons. It's not supposed to... They actually changed it to where Mormons, they don't want to be considered that anymore. The reason that they're considered that is because...
You go to that side. Maybe there you will be able to climb up. Let's meet on the top. Hey, Spartan! Break a leg.
As if we'd waste any on you. You're...
Hey, man! Open the locks!
Yeah, so like, yeah, they aren't. The reason they're considered Mormons is because of the Book of Mormon.
Just looked at
They call it another testament to the Bible.
And that trader from Hansa kept pestering me to sell the creature.
But they just came out with they don't want to be considered that anymore. So, like, I don't know if you ever heard of the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Don't tell the Oberscharführer.
But I don't know if they're called that anymore.
It's just that our shift is in.
Then you have no further business here. Off to the barracks with you.
Yes, Herr Oberscharführer.
I think Baker Mayor heard about them. Yeah.
What is...
The first one didn't work! Lame. Oh, shiz, right? So is your brother still part of the Mormon church? No. Whoa, she's home early. Hi, baby. Okay, yeah, I need to. All right, love you, bye. No, my brother actually was one of the first to leave it.
I thought we had it bad.
So, any news?
If you don't stop pushing,
Опа! We made it. Молодец. True hero. Now we need
Yeah,
to open the door from the other side. That button on the wall is the intercom. One moment. Much better. What's going on?
Who the hell is so impatient? What kind of joke is this? Come on, quit
Looks
hiding.
good, brother.
Fritz, is that you? Damn it, I'm not...
Get in there, now! Let us out! Let us out! There's a control panel up there. You can open all the cells.
You're out of the inner blood, and the fun is just starting, блин. Here, catch this. Nice watch. This little blue indicator, it lights up when you're visible, huh? Alright, there's bound to be more...
Oh, it has my actual time.
Use gas. We can really let ourselves go. Ah, I wish I had...
Like my actual time where I am.
Let's move here. You take the low route, I'll take the top and cover you.
What's that? Coming back.
Yeah. On the arm, it's 7:22 in military time, and on my computer, it's 7:22. I'm so smart. You are smart.
Hear that? Führer himself is delivering the speech. All volunteers for rally, guards included. Same deal.
Very nice, right?
So, what do we have here? I see.
So what are you doing today? Oh, I got another one. Can you get tattoos in the Mormon church? No, it's they consider it a bad thing. Because they want you to treat your body like a temple. So no. It's very much looked down upon. You'll get judged very harshly if you get a tattoo. Can you get cremated? I think you can. I don't know about that one. I mean, they're all about traditional, you know what I mean?
Like the Nazis from the last century. They fight for the purity of the human race. Сволочи, yes. By extermination.
So I don't know.
Let's get out of this place. The sooner the better. They collected.
Yeah, I don't know. I would Google that one to know for sure, because I can't give you a definite yes or no. I'm done for now. Well, if you got any ideas, just ask. I'm fine answering. I'm not going to be offended. If, like, you do offend me, I won't be a jerk about it or whatever. I'll just, I don't know. I'm usually an open book.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. This friend's name is Pavel. He led a Red Recon team wiped out by the Nazis.
So, how are you, Chuvak? All right? Oh, you are tough, huh? No wonder they made you a ranger.
Alright guys, we're gonna stop this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this content, because I sure as heck did. Definitely go pick this up on GOG Galaxy 2.0, where you can find all your games and all your friends in one area. To everybody on the stream, stay tuned for that more store. If you are new to my videos, I'd love to meet you live. See ya!